Oh, you right?
You alright? What's happening?
Yeah, not too bad. I don't know. I'm just stuck on an idea.
Got anything in mind?
Well, I want to do a remix, yeah, but I don't know what to remix.
Yeah, well, we've both done two faded remixes in the past. We both said we're not quite happy with them. It's a bit unprofessional. It's early days.
Yeah, exactly, isn't it? We were like, yeah, let's crank the boost on the EQ.
Yeah, and it was all clicking. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
So maybe if we like collaborate or something, do something together.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool. Like
fuse
genres and
yeah,
stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, like I'm good at future bass, you're good at future house, and sort of merge the two together and create like a fusion.
Dude, that'd be so sick. Like maybe do like future bass for like the verse.
Yeah.
But like have it like quite in your face still.
Yeah. And then we can like beat match it so that you sort of all the drums are in the right places,
and then blend it into the build, and then have like a future house, and it'd be like fat and like
exactly. It sounds sick.
Yeah, get some good percussion going and stuff.
Yeah,
bit of piano here and there maybe.
Light and shade.
Got like sinistery but like happy and uplifting at the same time maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be quite cool.
Yeah,
maybe like some piano in there as well.
Something chill. Like
Ableton's got like quite a decent piano in comparison to Logic, so I don't know. It'd be interesting because this is like the first project that we'd have done together.
Yeah, true. So
and in Ableton by like
multi-genre as well, which it doesn't happen a lot, does it? Let's be honest.
Maybe like just put a piano ballad in the end, like it'd be jokes.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, "Oh, where's that come from?" Because I heard that in a Justin Bieber remix.
Oh yeah.
And it sounded like well nice. I wasn't expecting it.
No.
And I think like maybe just keep everyone on their toes.
Surprise,
yeah.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Let's do it. Let's get to work.
Let's do it. Just finished our faded remix, and we're really happy with how it went.
It's good merge of genres, good merge of different sounds, different BPMs.
Yeah, we wasn't really sure how it went. It was a bit of an experiment, really, because it was kind of like, Future Bass has got like 140 BPM, Future House is more like 125, like that sort of range.
So we had to kind of find the middle ground, really, where it kind of worked together well, rather than just, here's one genre, here's another genre, and then a little blend in the middle. We tried to just make it one whole thing, and it was like a journey, like the whole. Yeah,
we got a good flow going as well. It wasn't like here's Future Bass, here's Future House. It was like good mix. We were concerned about different frequencies, so obviously Future House will be quite bassy and sub-bassy, whereas Future Bass is more like light when you're higher mid to high frequencies. So we were a bit concerned with the mix and like when we came to the mastering stage,
especially with drums and stuff like that, like clashing. We was like preparing for the mixing and mastering stage rather than even in production. So we didn't want it all clashing, because then it would just kill the entire sound.
We managed to solve this problem by adding sidechain to the lead. So we managed to dip the decay a bit, allowing the kick to cut through the mix. And then we still had the sustained decay and release of the sound as well, giving presence in the mix. We also duplicated kits that were in different parts of the arrangement. So the intro kit, like the kick is less, it's like less in your face, whereas with the Future Bass, as well as the sidechain, we needed to boost the volume slightly to give it that cut through in the mix. So we feel like we did this really well by just duplicating channels and using the effective use of sidechain.
So the next stage for us to do is to bounce the stems out of Ableton and put it into Logic for mixing, as we feel Logic is better for mixing in.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
Ableton.
So we set the Ableton mix down to 0, and now we're just gonna bounce it as stems into a faded remix folder, and then we're gonna import and arrange it into Logic. We're gonna video this process and speed it up a bit so you can see kind of our workflow in the studio as well. Have a nice. So we've just finished importing all of our stems into Logic. So we're ready to hit up the studio session tomorrow and
put it to the desk.
Gosh. Send it to some outboards and see what happens. Alright, so we're in the studio today using the 36 channel desk.
We're taking the stems which we exported from Ableton, and we're putting them onto a hard drive onto this main computer so we can use the desk and the playback and put some drum fills on it.
Yeah, we're going to looking to using some outboards today, maybe like EQ and reverb and compression and stuff. Got my drumsticks as well with me today, so I might do some drum fills, maybe kind of see how they feel on the track, maybe. Yeah,
Good to go.
Let's get into it. We've already run into one problem. Our previous settings on the desk were all set to group settings and bounces, so
we weren't getting any output on the channel.
Yeah, so we sent our intro kick
to
channel 3, and we weren't getting any reading unless we soloed it. And then we realised that it was sent to group output 1 and 2, and bounce was selected. Therefore, it excluded it from the mix, but it was all good.
So we troubleshooted it and then fixed it.
Yeah. The desk will not beat us. So we've just sent our intro drums to outputs 3 to 10 on the desk. And Stuart's just arming up the live room for me to go and record some drum fills for the intro, just to give it some variation a bit. Yeah, let's see what happens. Right, so we're trying to record some drums. We managed to get the rim shots done, but now we're just trying to do like cymbals and stuff, and it's just
we've got problems.
It's not coming through on the desk, right?
Yeah. No, it's coming in here because the channel's lighting up. It's channel 3.
So it's not just coming in Logic.
We were saying it's active. You see where the green light is. It comes up saying channel active, but it's not coming up in here. As far as I'm aware, it's all on the right channels. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all panned up here. The rim shot come through fine, so I don't know. And I've made sure it's all like set to the same.
Stuart's just going to go and jump on the drums for a cheeky roll swap. I'll see if I can figure out what's going wrong. So we had a few problems recording the drums. The first problem was rookie mistake. We forgot to turn on the phantom power, so now all the mics are active and ready to be recorded on. The rim shot was recorded successfully. That's fine, no problems there. We're just trying to record the cymbal now, and we're not managing to get any. Like, we're getting readings on the desk, but we're not getting any readings in Logic. So Stuart's going to go and jump on the drums, and I'm going to see if I can figure out what's going wrong this end.
Right. When we were recording the cymbal, we were getting input on the desk, but we weren't getting any input into Logic. We found out that the group output 3 on the desk was going to the Meek EQ, which was then going to a different input on the sound card, which is where we were getting nothing on the input we had it in on Logic. To solve this, we took the Bantam leads out of group output 3 and into the Meek EQ, and instead we replaced it with a Bantam lead going from group output 3 to input number 3 on the sound card on the patch bay.
Listening back to our playback of the recordings, we found out that I can't drum to save my life. So we are happy with our recording quality, and we both feel that we can set up a recording session well. However, we just need to get better drummer next time. So I think we're going to scratch that and just use the outboards and the desk to mix rather than my rubbish drumming, basically.
It was a good exercise in troubleshooting.
Yeah, we learnt a lot.
We learnt a lot from it.
Basically, how to run it properly without trying to sit for like an hour or whatever, trying to figure out, okay, we need to have this set, then that set and stuff. Now we know what we're doing, but just can't drum, basically. Yeah. So we're just gonna mix it up and
compress, EQ, reverb.
Yeah.
Using the outboard processors on the using the patch bay. Let's go.
Alright. And turns out I didn't actually do that bad a job. It's more the fact that it's clashing with the percussion that's already in our track. So if we show you our solo of this.
Good quality recording.
Yeah. mean, I'm no Phil Collins, but so yeah. So there's our evidence that we've actually done the recording and it sounds to a good quality. It's obviously not been EQ'd compressed because we just feel it's a bit of a waste of our time in the studio, really.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But that's the recording done.
that's the recording done.
We're happy with how
Executed
it sounds.
well, just poor drumming, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna use the desk to mix and EQ compress, as you said in the last clip. We just mixed the intro drums, percussion, and some of the plucks. Sent them all to group 1 and 2, hit bounce, and then we've got that coming back into channel 12
on the desk.
on the desk.
And it's being recorded back into Logic.
So we're recording it back into Logic. Yeah.
Making sure nothing's clipping on there on Logic either, and on the desk.
So since we've just recorded that onto channel 12, we've now freed up all of the channels that we've just been previously using.
Do I get rid of the
Yeah, put that into stereo out. So we're just sending everything that we had to the previous channels, we're sending that back onto the stereo output because we don't need it anymore. And then we're going to mix the effects now. So we're just going to take them off of the stereo output and put them onto output 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, so on. And then hard pan it left or right in Logic to choose which one we want to use.
So that's
for example,
down 1.
we've got effects down 01 being sent to output 3 and 4, and we've hard panned it left onto 3 of output 3 and 4.
So
now that gives it onto our desk at channel 3. Yeah, and we're going to do this for all the effects. So when mixing the effects, the gunshot was really, really quiet, even with the playback pot gain turned up. So we decided to run it through the LA610 compressor. So we've sent it from channel 13 into the compressor, and then from out the compressor back into the channel 13.
Yeah.
And therefore it's a lot louder now, so that's another problem solved.
And it's not peaking either.
And it's not peaking.
So it's a few weeks later, I'm still wearing the same thing. My hair's growing a little bit, it's all good.
We just wanted to finish off this videography, but we actually managed to finish the mix on the desk. So the percussion bounce is finished. We were working through the effects bounce in the last scene, but that's been finished now as well. And then it's pretty much just repetition of what we've done already, really. So we sent all the plucks to different channels on the desk by splitting the inputs, or the outputs rather. Hard pan left or right for 3 and 4, so on, whatever. And we just did that for everything, really. And then after we mixed each scenario, so like for example the plucks, we set everything back to 0 on the Logic. We set everything to the stereo out and unpanned it, freeing up the channels, allowing us to mix the next scene, which was the future house bounce. Again, split it all, mix it, bounce it back onto one channel, free everything up, and then back into the future house. And then for the final mix, again, free up the desk, and then all of the bounces that we had, we put onto 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, all the odds, because we were finding that you could only use
particular day.
Yeah, that day, yeah, we were only able to use the front of the, so like 3 and 4, we were only able to use the front of the group. So, but then like now, a few weeks later, we've progressed. I think, what was it? In the video, I think we were messing around with the patch bay lots because we didn't really know what we were doing. But
we've progressed and developed.
like we've just developed loads, so
you don't need to touch that for any of this,
Yeah.
unless there's a serious.
unless we're using an outboard.
Yeah.
So we know now that like, you literally just press group 1 and 2 bounce, and then in Logic create a new channel, and then
That's it.
and then you set your inputs to what's being recorded from, and then you hit record. Like that's it. Whereas last time I think we were a bit messing about and stuff. So it's good to see that we've developed so much already. And then so the only problem now that we're still having currently is we're still like our bounces are all still really quiet. So
we are going to talk to Andy and Rich after this to see what we can do about that. But we're thinking
It's got to be.
we're going to run the final bounce through a compressor. So that'll be the next experiment. And
or we could even try and turn up some of the gain pots up on the desk, but we want to try and avoid that as much as possible because we just want to use the faders really.
Yeah.
That's it. So we got to find a mix.
But yeah, that's sorted. I might have loads of screenshots down there.